Never heard of it. A peculiar place, because all the people there are either Indian, Chinese, or Russian. So it's one of the few places in the country where the brown people speak better English than the white people. Yeah, I got asked to describe myself by referencing characters from popular fiction. So I said, think of The Simpsons, and then put Apu and Mr. Burns and make them one character. What else can I tell you about? Well, I'm a little older than most of the other guys, and I go to open mics. That's where we kind of practice in New York. And this young comic, he walks up to me and he says, "Doesn't a guy your age have something better to do with his time?" And I said, "Yeah, I could be at the bar making your girlfriend my sugar baby." Young girl comes up, sits next to me, she said, "You're old enough to be my dad." I said, "If I was your dad, you'd be in medical school." See? Smart-ass comebacks. Very good at them. Very good at them. Yeah, I really am a doctor. I am. I know, now is the point when I was supposed to give you some sob story about how, my parents forced me into it. I just binge-watched Grey's Anatomy. Have you ever noticed how all the doctors are medical dramas as surgeons? Never radiologists like me. But I'm proud of the reason why, because, let's face it, too much raw sexuality. I can't do network, it's porn or bust. People have no idea what I do. Do you know what a radiologist does? Yeah, what do we do?
Read imaging.
My goodness, that's good. Most people have no idea, so... Okay, I look at scans and I dictate reports, right? But if you watch me from the outside, it's really kind of creepy because it's me sitting in a small dark room looking at black and white pictures of people's insides whilst I mumble to myself. You know who else does that shit? Colorblind serial killers. I know everything about you from your scan. Everything. Yeah? I know if you smoke. I know if you drink too much. I can even take a shot at your socioeconomic status. For example, if you're from Tacoma and I see bullet fragments, chances are you don't have a trust fund. Took you a while? Maybe that's more of a New York joke, right? Trust fund babies all over the place. What else can I tell you about? Okay, being a radiologist has its ups and downs, For example, one of the good things about being a radiologist is that I always have an excuse when women catch me staring at their boobs. I just say, "Oh, I was thinking about what a challenging mammogram you'd be." Yeah, you gotta admit, it is good. Bad things about being a radiologist. It affects how I see the world. I was out with my wife in a park. She looks up, she sees some clouds, and she said, "That one looks like an elephant." I said, "That one looks like something that could do with a couple rounds of chemo." Brown guy comedian. I gotta do brown guy jokes, but before I do, let me tell you, Seattle. People in Seattle hate seeing doctors because they hate the truth. They'd rather go and see a naturopath who can, naturopaths, they can cure everything from kidney failure right up to cannabis addiction with oregano. So you go and see a naturopath, they give you $500 worth of herbs and spices you could have got on Amazon for $10. But at least they're still useful, you know. You can ground them up with some olive oil, make a killer pesto. Good. Sorry, I'm just checking on my time. Okay, what else can I tell you about? Okay, brown guy comedian. I gotta make some brown guy jokes. All right, what can I tell you about? Yes. Okay, yes. I got racially profiled by the TSA back in the 2000s, and you know what? Coolest freaking thing that ever happened to me. For once in my life, somebody looked at me, and said, he could be dangerous. I was so proud of that moment. I stood there, I let them pat me down. I said, you want to have another go? I saw women walking past me. I knew what they were thinking. We want you, bad boy. Years upon years of Muslims having the lock on being the bad brown boys, and finally I got my chance. You didn't like that one, did you? Okay, let's move on. It's almost going to be my time in a minute, so I'm going to tell you about the fact that I repress anger. Yeah, I repress anger. You know, I'm always polite and friendly to you, but in the back of my mind, I'm strangling someone from 30 years ago. My dentist knows I'm nuts. Yeah, he knows I'm nuts because he made me something called a night guard. For those of you who don't know, a night guard is a mouth guard for people who only play contact sports in their imagination. Well, it's good being a doctor and being able to repress your emotions, you know, because one day this guy came in and he'd lost his hand in a blender. He is freaking out. You'd expect him to be, right? And me, I'm totally calm. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, that's a good blender. All right, it's Dr. Ruben Raja on Instagram. I'd love to see you on my page. Thank you so much.